Folks, things are not going well for Marjorie Taylor Greene at all. First and foremost, Marjorie Taylor Greene is now in a massive fight with her best friend, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon is now calling for real MAGA to primary Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene has now lashed out at Steve Bannon and said, "I'm done." The Daily Beast actually got hold of a text message that Marjorie Taylor Greene sent to Matt Gaetz, where she was whining and complaining about Steve Bannon and these other MAGA folks who are now out to get her. So what has Marjorie Taylor Greene done that has made all of MAGA world turn against her? Well, it's not anything that she just suddenly did. It's what she's been doing for the last 6 months. As we all know, at the early part of this year, when Kevin McCarthy was desperate to become the Speaker of the House, Marjorie Taylor Greene became the MAGA Republican who flipped sides, came over to the establishment side, trying to whip up the rest of the MAGA freaks in Congress to follow Kevin McCarthy. And in exchange, of course, Kevin McCarthy gave Marjorie Taylor Greene the world, gave her all the power. And Marjorie Taylor Greene has been enjoying that. But that move to the establishment pissed off the MAGA base, but it wasn't enough just yet. But when she supported the debt ceiling deal, when she voted in favor of it, and then she said we should not release the January 6th footage to the public, all of these things culminated. It all came to a head finally, and that's what caused Steve Bannon to crack, and Marjorie Taylor Greene goes on Bannon's show multiple times a week, or at least she did back when they were friends, 4 days ago. But all that's over now. It's done. And Marjorie Taylor Greene says she's done with Bannon. Bannon says he's done with her. He wants Republicans to primary her. So this is where we're at. But that text message I told you about, the text message from Marjorie Taylor Greene to Matt Gaetz, here's what that had to say, because I just find this funny. "I have almost the same identical voting record as Thomas Massie, the most fiscally conservative member of Congress, and I voted with him on this bill. And Bannon, who was senior counsel to Trump in the White House and responsible for the first debt ceiling increase because Bannon is reckless and nowhere near fiscally responsible, is now telling everyone I should be primaried. I just had a town hall in Cobb County last night in the most populated area in my district, and it was extremely successful. Standing ovation when I went in and standing ovation when I left. Steve, Loomer, and any other POS attacking me will not beat me because of that. People have been reaching out to me because they don't like what Steve is doing to me. I'm at a place in my life where removing toxic and bad people out of my life makes me very happy." Listen, about the standing ovation when you left, I imagine that whenever you leave a room, most people do applaud. Like if I were in a room with Marjorie Taylor Greene and she left, I would definitely stand up and start clapping. That would make me happy, Marge. But here's the thing, Marge, you got greedy. You thought you could have your cake and eat it too, but you can't. In today's Republican Party, you gotta pick a side. Who are you? Are you the establishment or are you a MAGA freak? And you thought you could ride both of those simultaneously. But eventually you're gonna have to do something like with that debt ceiling vote that is not going to appease the MAGA freaks. And the second you do one thing to make them angry, your entire record no longer matters to them. It's over, it's done. They hate you, and they're gonna keep hating you. Matt Gaetz, I will give him credit because he is the only person to ever come back from that. He did vote to kind of restrict Donald Trump's use of military force. Trump kind of disowned him for a bit, wouldn't allow him on Air Force One, but they eventually made up. So maybe there is redemption in Marjorie Taylor Greene's future. Maybe she can make it back in with that MAGA crowd before they have to primary her next year. But she doesn't seem to want it. She wants to remove the toxic people. I don't buy it. I don't believe it for a second. I don't think she's not going to be as extreme and crazy as she's always been. I think she will be. But this is fun because MAGA is starting to eat its own, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is becoming the first victim. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.